Alright, here we are at the top of this snow area. I think it's in the Hebra region of the map. Um, Last video we said, oh, what are we going to do? Are we going to try and make it over there without the paraglider? We're going to try and make it over there with the paraglider. But first we got to find the paraglider. So, we were left with a set of challenges. What did we want to do? What did we decide to do? Well, we decided to try and make it over there anyways. Who needs a paraglider? Am I right? Now you might be thinking. Because you might be thinking, hey, I've seen this part. I know how this ends. And yeah, you might know how this ends, but you don't know how this ends for me, because you haven't seen this part yet. So my first idea to get over there was just to use the glider, and I tried using the glider, and I realized, hey, that doesn't work as well as I thought it would. You don't really get the elevation out of the glider that you need to be able to make it upwards on all these sky islands. I got a lot of fans and a lot of rockets and a lot of these flying things, so I can always keep trying if it doesn't work. And after the rocket failed, after the gliding part of the rocket failed, I decided, oh, you know what this thing needs? It needs a fan. And so I put a fan on the glider, and the glider still did not have enough power. So we got to go back to the drawing board. How do we get more power? Well, why don't we just put more fans? Well, there is a problem with putting more fans in. You probably guessed it. Yeah, that's right. It consumes more energy. So you know what we need? We need things that do not consume energy. And what does not consume energy? Rockets. We need more rockets. And just for good measure, what if we had rockets in the beginning where it went and it blasted us off, but then we would put fans on afterwards as well. That way, it wouldn't make it to where the rockets were just exhausted and we were left to our gliding capabilities. We had our rockets in the beginning, and then we had our fans afterwards. So we wouldn't be stuck just falling in the air. I tried this for a little bit. I keep going back and forth, loading back and forth, and we get some good moments. You know, you can see I'm really trying my hardest to get over to these Sky Islands without the glider. And, you know, for those of you who don't know, everyone kind of knows the glider, but for those of you who don't know, the glider is like this wing thing that you hold on to, and as long as you have enough stamina to hold on, your Link will fly through the air, you know, or he'll glide downwards. And that's pretty useful, especially when you have a rocket, like a rocket shield. I don't know if you can take them out in the air. That would be cool. Like, what if you shield surf with a rocket? I need to try that. We need to try that, but like I said, we had the rockets first, then we had the fans, that didn't work, then we had the rockets again, then that didn't work, then we had the rockets and the fans, and I thought, none of this is working. So, I almost dropped the glider off, but luckily your boy catches it. Gotta make some slight readjustments, no big deal though, because we know that this will work. And I wasn't afraid of running out of energy because I had found some zonai charges to use, and I thought, wow, this really sucks. Let me use this bigger one. And that big zonai charge, oh my goodness, look at how far we got. Look at us going. I mean, we actually made it all the way to the end, but we ran into a new problem. The gliders only last for so long. I mean, what's that all about? I didn't know who said that. That's news to me. The gliders aren't supposed to do that. But they are. Just not what I expected. Unfortunately, we burned our only puff shroom there because we combined it with an arrow, so we lost it. We could load back, but I already made it to this island, and I really didn't want to have to load back. And I was afraid of this boss because we had fought one before, but this could be a leveled up one. I mean, this isn't on the starting island. So, since we planned on loading back, I just decided to take him out, and he was way easier than I thought. I mean, so easy that I don't even think he hit me once. The Fierce Deity set is just pretty, it's powerful. So, I put the rocket on here a little lopsided, and it gives me an idea. I thought, oh, dude, what if I use the rockets to blast me straight upwards? That would be an amazing idea. And I thought, you know what, I'm already over here, I might as well save. So, unfortunately, we used some things, but it doesn't actually work that first time because the rockets need somewhere for the exhaust to go, like, blast out, and it was a little uneven with one in the front. I didn't want to take away forever, but that's a little inefficient, I know now. What you need to do is you need to put probably one rocket. You don't need all those, maybe one or two. I don't know the strength, but 4 is overkill. It doesn't actually give you any more. And we're growing up there. We actually getting up there, but the glider starts to fail again. I realize, oh, 2 giant zonite charges is just enough. We try to quickly make an escape, but we barely miss that ledge, and I fall to my demise. I didn't feel like loading back. I was a little defeated after getting that far, than just dying. And I thought, well, you're not gonna get me this easily. I will do this without the paraglider if it kills me, which it already did. But if it killed me again, I'll just load back and I'll keep doing it. So I used my rocket shield, and luckily I was, not luckily, skillfully I should say, I was able to get all the way up there. I jump off all of that spring, go all the way over here, try and do it again. And I think this is when I build another rocket thing, and I lose a rocket, unfortunately. I only have a little bit of those left. I can't be doing that. And I even lost a little control panel, which it's just not ideal. So I use what I have, little bit of rockets, and another control panel I spawn, and blast upwards, and you can see it's kind of like the same height. I'm running low on these zonite charges, but I thought, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get all the way up there, and I'm gonna make another glider. I'm gonna make another glider when I get up here. That way, I don't have to worry about the gliders failing. I'll just make a new glider when I'm up here. And well, I'm losing my train of thought here, but pretty much, I make another glider, and I thought, well, my new goal is to find a shrine, because those are kind of like checkpoints. I can always fast travel back to them. So I use my zoom in, and I try and find a new spot. Unfortunately, we did not find a new spot, but I thought, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just head straight into that cloud. Yeah, straight into that cloud, because, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I get a little chilly here, and I had to put on my frost gear, but no big deal. I'll just put on my frost gear, and then what do you know? It just knocks you out, and that was really the worst part, because at that point I realized, well, I don't think we have enough materials. It's gonna cost me so much to try and get in there without the glider. Maybe we do have to get the glider. So we're gonna have to go back to Pura at Lookout Landing, because somebody told me that it's there, and I'm not quite sure how you get it yet, but I know that Pura has it. I know something has to do with Pura, and we were already there. I spoke to Pura so much. I talked to everybody. I went to the tower. I went to the secret place. I went inside her room. I even read her diary. Don't tell her, but I read the diary on her desk. I went in her house. I climbed around everywhere, and there's still no glider. So I'm thinking, how do I get the glider from Pura? This is ridiculous. So I looked through all my quests. I looked through all my discovery logs, because we need the glider. We're not going to be able to do this without the glider. I mean, maybe we could, but it would just take so much. We're not doing it without the glider, alright? We just ain't doing it without the glider. Many of the shrines, I think, you also need a glider. So we scout Lookout Landing for so long. Eventually, I leave Lookout Landing after talking to every NPC. I talk to every NPC, and then on top of that, I talk to every NPC and get every single one of their dialogue options if they have any. I go through 1, I go through 2, I go through 3, I go through 4, and then I even leave. This guy here, he shows me the map, which is cool, and that doesn't actually do anything. It doesn't unlock any new areas for me. I mean, it would have been cool if it marked it on the map, like, hey, explore these new landmarks, these new areas. And we even found a guy from Blurrland Village down there. I mean, what's he doing there? Like, seriously, what is he doing there? I heard that their village got attacked by pirates, so maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe all of those villagers now got outcast somewhere. But, yeah, we're still looking for the glider. So I go to my discovery book, my quest log, and I look at all the stuff that Pura has shown me in the past. And I think, you know what I gotta do, probably? I probably have to do Pura's quest, which is help Captain Hawes on his expedition. And where's his expedition? Hyrule Castle. So I leave Lookout Landing, and I go towards Hyrule Castle, because if I do the quest, I'm hoping that I will be able to get the paraglider, and then I'll be able to use that paraglider and get into the air temple. So I don't know how, even when I was at the air temple, like that beginning area, I don't know how much it would help me. But I think being able to jump from little island to little island without having to use a glider every single time is going to help me a lot. Plus, it's so much easier to maneuver and everything like that. So that's what the next episode is gonna be. It's gonna be us and exploring the castle and all of its ruins and all of the everything this castle has to offer. And Shars here, he did not let me in there. He was angry. Oh, and by the way, I found a new way to record, which is using my video editing software instead of the Elgato Capture whatever. I still use the capture card to get the gameplay, but I found out that the problem is when the card compiles the data. So what I'm doing now is I'm just screen recording the capture card's like stream, and once I'm screen recording that, it most likely, I mean, I'm fingers crossed here. I don't want to go through half an hour of gameplay and then lose 20 minutes of it, but it hasn't frozen on me yet. So fingers crossed. Let's hope it doesn't freeze, cause that blows. That would blow, bro. That would just blow. That would just blow. That would just blow, bro. Blow, bro. That would just blow, bro. That would just blow, bro.
Thank you for watching my video. If you liked what you saw, like the video, subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, and comment your favorite part down below. Peace off!
Volkswagen, das Auto.
You want some? You want some? You want a piece of me? I didn't think so.